This is a presentation on OPNAV Instruction 5119 Echo, Chapter Bravo 5, Site Conservation. This is going to be mainly focused on the emergency eyewash stations. Any area identified as an eye hazardous area on a ship or in a repair yard will have the deck around the area marked with 3-inch black and yellow striped or checkerboard tape. There will also be an eye hazard sign mounted directly above the hazard, and it will read, "Caution, eye protection required in this area." All eye and face protection, including safety goggles, ballistic eye protection, chemical splash goggles, welding and chipping goggles, welding helmets, and face shields will be labeled with the Z87 or Z87 Plus, and this indicates compliance with the American National Standards Institute, or the ANSI. Your emergency eyewash stations need to be on the same level, unobstructed, and easily accessible within 100 feet or 10 seconds travel time to any identified eye hazards. If we're working with strong acids or strong caustics, the eyewash station needs to be immediately adjacent to that hazard. Flow from both nozzles should meet equal distant in the center, and the eyewash station should be capable of furnishing 0.4 gallons of water per minute for 15 continuous minutes. 0.4 gallons per minute for 15 continuous minutes. It should have a one motion stay open valve like this right here, so when it's pushed it stays open and the user doesn't have to hold that it remains flowing. That way the user can use both their hands to keep their eyelids open. They'll hold their eyelids open while they put their eyes in that water so they can get flushed out. The eyewash station should be positioned so the nozzles are not less than 33 inches from the deck and not more than 45 inches. Okay, so in between 33 and 45, and it should be 6 inches away from the wall or the nearest obstruction. So 33 inches from the deck the nozzles need to be, but no more than 45. Eyewash stations should deliver tepid flushing water around 60 to 100 degrees, and we can't have it in excess of 100 degrees, otherwise we run the risk of causing further injury to the eyes. And it also needs to be clearly marked with the green sign and white lettering that says emergency eyewash stations. All right, so any eye hazardous areas, we need our checkered or our striped black and yellow 3-inch tape surrounding the deck on the area. We also need a sign that says "Caution, eye protection required in this area." When working in this area and wearing our PPE, it needs to be marked with Z87 or Z87 Plus. This indicates compliance with the ANSI. Any eye hazardous area should have a eye wash station within 100 feet or 10 seconds travel time. That eye wash station needs to be able to furnish 0.4 gallons per minute for 15 continuous minutes. The nozzles need to be 33 inches from the deck at the least, but no more than 45, and 6 inches away from the wall or any obstructions. And it needs to be labeled with a green sign with white lettering that reads "Eyewash Station." So quick review. What are the 2 ways eye hazardous areas on the ship are marked? What are 2 ways eye hazardous areas on a ship are marked? We've got the 3-inch black and yellow striped tape or checkerboard tape, and a sign that reads "Caution, eye protection required in this area." What label on eye protection indicates compliance with the ANSI? What label on eye protection indicates compliance with the American National Standards Institute? Z87 or Z87 Plus? What is the minimum flow rate emergency eyewash stations should be capable of? What is the minimum flow rate emergency eyewash stations should be capable of? They need to give 0.4 gallons per minute for 15 continuous minutes. All right, the flow rate needs to be at least 0.4 gallons per minute for 15 continuous minutes in our emergency eyewash stations. How close should emergency eyewash stations be to identified eye hazards? How close should emergency eyewash stations be to identified eye hazards? Same level within 100 feet or 10 seconds travel time, but when working with strong acids or strong caustics, eyewash stations need to be immediately adjacent to that hazard. Otherwise, 100 feet or 10 seconds travel time. What color should emergency eyewash station signs be? What color should emergency eyewash station signs be? Well, they need to be green with white lettering. Green with white lettering. Like I said before, this is just a real quick review of OPNAV 5119 Echo, Chapter B5, Site Conservation, focused mainly on the emergency eyewash stations. I hope this helps, and keep studying.